think once you get out of the survival mode, your morals come back closer to your daily decision making. You start thinking about what's right and what do I believe in. But until you get out of survival mode, you ain't got time to be worrying about right and wrong. You worrying about bottom line. Economics is the answer. Empowering people economically is how you really impact. But I don't know if it's about dropping a bag of money in the hood. I think like you get people out of survival mode, they start thinking different. I did. You entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can. Adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say. And then lastly, what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go by the way things are. But, you know, it's a lot of examples that you could look up to as young kids in the streets.
I am DJ Tony Cullis, owner of Standing Ovation Entertainment and Ideal Weddings with DJ Tony Cullis. You can find me at facebook.com/Tony L. Goings or on Instagram at instagram.com/DJ Tony Cullis. But right now, you are tuned into the BRI, Black Research Institute, with the niggas, Denoris Wilson.
You deserve a standing ovation.
In the Black American reality, the people are presented with representations of real-life kings and queens through the medium of the Black Research Institute, BRI. These are their stories.
It's your girl, Lady Rock. Look, I want to give a big shout out to Denoris Wilson of BRI, the Black Research Institute. Keep doing your thing.
What's up? It's your girl, Paulette from Suitland, Maryland, and you're watching BRI, Black Research Institute, with my boy, Denoris Wilson. Stay tuned.
Welcome everybody to the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute. I am the Negus, Denoris Wilson. So as I start out in season 2, I'm gonna start out like I'm doing again, is welcome everybody to the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute, and I limited the sky. See, I try to merge entertainment with information, and the icing on the cake is a dope conversation. Ain't no time for the faking, debating, or the hating. I'm trying to hip you all to the moves they be making. They all struggle, but still find a way to make a way. Fight back, count stacks, stay black all day. So I seek to supply you all with inspiration, with information to remedy our present situation by showing you examples of Black royalty, and you never have to question my intent of loyalty. We're moving forward with the strength that's supremely kinetic. We're confident, Black, unapologetic, instilling self-love is what really we hope. No doubt about it, Black people, we dope. We real dope. And listen, as I told you before in the last episode, there are not many times that I'm not amazed by the people I encounter. Being a graphic designer, being a illustrator, you run into a lot of people. This particular guest tonight, I didn't run into her, but because I was so intrigued about by her profession, by what she does, and by her being a black lady in this profession, I wanted the opportunity to get to know her and to try to find out, like, what makes anyone in particular, what makes a black person want to go into the particular field that she is in? Because, like, honestly, the field that she's in, she's probably the only black person I know personally that is in that field. So when we come back, you ever heard of the dog whisperer? I know you've all heard of the dog whisperer. Like, everyone has heard of the dog whisperer before, like the guy who can magically talk to dogs. Well, I don't know if my next guest or the guest that's coming up is a dog whisperer, but I am gonna call her the Louis Vuitton of pet grooming.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, I didn't. You weren't supposed to be on camera with your voice, Seconda. You weren't supposed to be. That's the intro that I'm giving to you. Like, you weren't supposed to be on. I thought I muted you. God Almighty! But look, when we come back,
Okay.
when we come back, we gonna meet the professional pet groomer, Miss Seconda Ford. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so listen, I don't know how many of you black people actually know someone who grooms pets actually for a living. I know it's a big thing, in other ethnicities, but pet grooming in the black community, for the most part, is, from my experience, is non-existent. I haven't known too many black people that actually take their pet to get groomed. So, conversely, I wouldn't know any African American pet groomers. But today, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, we have a professional African American pet groomer on the show right now. And right now, I'd like to introduce you to the professional pet groomer. I think her company is called Purple Paws. Shake your head if I'm correct, Seconda. Am I correct, Seconda? Is it Purple Paws? Okay, so her company is called Purple Paws, and she is a professional pet groomer, and just so happens to be black, which is an anomaly. So everyone, give me a great and a big round of applause for Miss Seconda Ford. Hey, Seconda, how are you? How are you?
I'm awesome.
Okay. So we got all the technical things out of the way and we good. But before we start the interview, it's customary here on the BRI that I got to ask you two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question is, are you being safe?
Am I being safe?
Yes.
100%. I don't like people next to me. No way.
Okay. So the next question is, are you happy?
I am very happy.
That's good. Okay, so since you're safe and happy, then it's okay for us to continue on with this interview then, right? Like, so we don't need no type of intervention. We can continue on with this conversation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I don't know you, just so that the audience, I don't know you. I've just been following your page for about 2 years now. I've been
Oh,
following you.
okay.
Yeah. I've been following your page, and it intrigued me
Mm-hmm.
by by your profession because I don't know. You know, I mean, there are many professions as a Black American that we are involved in that most Black Americans don't know that we do that as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pet grooming for me was one of them. Like, I've never seen a professional African American or minority, because I don't know what your ethnicity is, but I have never seen a minority pet groomer, right? Like,
Really?
never. Well, that's because I'm not a pet person.
Oh, we're
So,
gonna have to change that by the end of this too.
okay. So,
Everybody needs a dog.
right. I listen. In preparation for this interview, I have done, you know, a little bit of research about the benefits of owning a pet, right? So I know you're absolutely right, but it intrigued me because not only are you an ethnic minority, you are
Mm-hmm.
a a you're a gender minority as well, right? Like, there's not many. I would gather there are not many women that will go into the field that you're in, right? So since I don't know you and I'm trying to get to know you, I want my audience to get to know you as well. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Seconda Ford. If my father was on here, he would be like, give the name that I gave you. So my name is Seconda Ford. I go by Connie because my grandfather used to call me Connie. And it's a lot easier for people to remember. And especially when people call me Aunt Connie, you're going to your Aunt Connie's house and stuff like that. I am a dog groomer. I am one of Charlotte's popular Black dog groomers here in Charlotte. There's several of us here in Charlotte, grooming dogs, pet sitting, dog walking, and things of that nature. I also do pet sitting. I am right now trying to build my empire. And basically just be happy doing my dog grooming and things like that. I am known to be one of the popular dog groomers that is not scared of any dogs that you bring into the shop. A lot of the dogs that I do have issues, but that's basically it. I am also a mother, a single mother of 3 beautiful children. So I've actually balanced work and also being a mother.
Okay, so we're gonna get to your profession, but
Mhm.
I want to know, being a single mother and trying to build an empire.
You have
How
to
hard
turn your mic up a little bit more for me.
is that? Better?
Say it one more time.
Hold on, wait a minute. Is that better? Is that
That's
better?
better.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the your profession as a groomer,
Hmm.
um, the challenges with that. But I want to know, like, being a single mother and trying to build your empire. What are the challenges that you have faced?
Um, I would say the only challenge I have is just being able to balance it all. That's the only challenge I have at times, but I make it happen. I think even if you didn't have children, you would have obstacles in front of you that you would have to overcome. So having children is just having little buddies along the way, but I still make it happen. So I don't really have any challenges because dealing with the dogs is really, really easy.
Okay. So, what was the inspiration into going into this particular profession?
Well, you're going to laugh at this story because the way I got into dog grooming, it wasn't even supposed to happen. Before working with dogs, and this is what not many people really know about me, before working with dogs, I was petrified of dogs. Little dogs, big dogs, I was terrified. Oh my gosh, I just didn't like dogs. But after getting out of high school, I tried to be the spoiled daughter and lay up in the house. And my dad said, "You got 2 weeks. Either you get a job or you get out." So basically, going into dog grooming, it was one of those, I just had to find a job. And it just so happens I was good at it. After I got bit probably like 3 times, I was cool. I was like, oh, okay, this doesn't really hurt. I'm not going to die in here with these dogs. And plus, dogs are really cool to work with. So that's how I really got into it. And it just so happens that I became good at it. And it's a skill that was just easy for me to pick up. And I like it.
Okay, so what what about it do you like?
Say it one more time.
What about it appeals to you? What makes you
Um, the thing that I like most about dog grooming is the hair. Just like taking a dog that looks like a poodle. Like I have a standard poodle, and it's just doing like when I go to work, I put my music on, and it's just I'm like, I guess it would be like a painter. I'm just behind the dog doing something different. It's being able to be creative all the time with the dogs. I think that's the part that I like about it. And also I'm like, unlike some young black girls, being exposed to so many different breeds and so many different like networking events and stuff, and going and seeing these dogs is just, that's the part that really just awes me, meeting the people and stuff.
wow. Okay, so I, I'm curious to know this. Like when you get, I guess, a client that wants you to groom their dog, are there like specifics that you're supposed to do, or are you able to like have free reign in how you groom it, or how you shape, or I don't know what it is, so I don't know.
um so I guess what you're trying to ask me, like when the clients bring their dogs in, it's now to the point where clients bring their dogs in and they're basically like, Connie, just make it look pretty. And I just sit there and I look at the dog, and I kind of like, when I'm bathing the dog, I kind of get like an idea like how this dog would look cute, like if it was clipped like this and things like that. So now it's just to the point where clients just come in and they're just like, Connie, just play with the dog. I like doing different stuff on the dogs. I like a challenge. Like I said, I just like being creative with them and working with them and stuff.
I think like I got interested in the grooming of dogs, not dogs.
It sounds like you're so far away.
I said I think I
Hmm.
got I got interested in the grooming of dogs, not dogs in particular, just how they look. When I used to watch those like those dog shows that be in New York, and they got all those dogs and they prancing around and they showing how they look, and I'm thinking to myself, like, that dog got a bad barber. Like he
Hmm.
that barber is nice. So have any of the dogs that you groomed before, have they been in competition?
Actually, I had a Briard. Oh, sorry, I'm so nervous. A Briard, and he actually Casper. He did a show, and the way that I did him, I didn't even know it. It was just mom brought the dog in, and she told me, well, the way you have to do him, you can't really use a blower on him. I was like, okay, I'll just brush him out and stuff like that. But it wasn't until afterwards, after she did the show with him, and she was like, "Oh my God, everyone just loved his coat." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Yeah, I put him in a show." I was like, "Really?" I didn't even know though. So, like, most of my clients that I get, because I don't want to be one of those groomers that, oh, I just want to stay within my community. This is something that I want to build so that I can open doors for like my daughter and like other young little girls that I know that came up like me that just need something, that they really enjoy doing. So, I like to like just talk to different people and my clients. I mean, I've had the lady that was on New Jersey Housewives, and I didn't even know it until she told me afterwards. She was like, "Yeah, me and Big Andrew best friends. You didn't see me on the show." I was like, "I don't watch TV like that." So, a lot of these dogs that I'm meeting is just like, you would be amazed.
Wow. So you are the celebrity dog groomer.
I don't want to say I'm the celebrity dog groomer. I'm just the dog lady. Everybody knows that Connie likes the dogs. She actually will play with the dogs, and cause I like doing everybody's dog. I don't really look at people as, oh, a celebrity and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just the dog lady. I just have a good reputation with the dogs, and I just do them all.
Nice. So out of all the dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you a question, but it's actually a two-part. So which is your favorite dog of all time? And then which is your favorite dog to groom?
Oh, okay, okay. So, my favorite breed of all time, all my clients know it. If a puppy comes in, it is a Rottweiler. I am Our personalities are just alike. We look kind of like intimidating, but we're really sweet. I really love Rotties. I am like a super fan of Rotties. One of the clips that I really like doing, gosh, because I like to do all of them. Oh man, I would say would have to be a Wheaton, or a Terrier, like an Airedale. Let's just say a group. Let's not say a breed. I like the terriers because I like the skirts, and it takes a little bit more time because you got to be very like defined right here around the eyebrows and stuff like that. So we would say the terrier group. I like that breed. That's my group. Terriers.
The terrier. So you like to groom the terrier.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. But your favorite dog is a Rottweiler.
Yeah, my favorite dog, my favorite breed is the Rottie. I love Rotties.
But you don't have one.
Ah, I know. I know. That's because right now I have a Shih Tzu, I have a Standard Poodle, and I have a Pit Bull. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody may give me a Rottie or something. I may find one.
Okay. Okay. Now in the dog community,
Hmm.
how how important is pedigree?
How important? What?
Pedigree. How important is pedigree?
Um, with me, I just because I see everybody paying all this money for these dogs, and I totally get it. And but for me, the pedigree, I'm just like, it's a dog. It's A lot of my clients are just like, oh my God, it's got to be, 100%. And then I have some of my clients that are just like, oh, I just want to rescue a dog. So I guess it's up and down. It's just what area you're dealing with, who you're dealing with.
Okay, so in your profession, right? So right now
Mm-hmm.
you're independent, correct?
Well, right now I do work full time for Camp Bow Wow, but on the side I do run my own.
Okay. And I would gather it is your aspiration to eventually have your own shop, correct?
Correct. So the process of being at Camp Bow Wow is still to build more clientele. And then with Connie Purple Paws, I also, like I said, I do pet sitting. So it's like I'm expanding both ways.
Okay. So what are you doing to expand?
Say it one more time.
So what are you doing to expand? Like what are the things that you're doing to help like expand Connie Purple Falls?
What am I doing to expand? Like I don't know. So you mean how am I building?
Yeah, like how are you evolving?
How
How
am
are
I
you
evolving? I guess with the business, I guess it's just like I'm just getting more and more clients. It's like I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of outgrowing Camp Bow Wow, but I'm still like I'm kind of nervous to leave. So it's like I guess I'm just every day I'm getting more and more clients. That's expanding. I mean, because with my dog grooming, I could do it from your home. You can come to my home, so you can do dog grooming either way. So it's just having more and more clients come aboard.
where you actually hit exactly what I was going for. You said you was afraid to leave. That's what you said.
I am. That's a big step.
But but you have a definite bona fide upper echelon skill. Like you have a skill.
I know. But here's the thing with me. Here's the thing with Connie. I'm a perfectionist. If I'm gonna jump out and do something, it's got to be 100%. There's no way I'm gonna fail. So I mean, I have people in my corner. I have my supporters, my mentors. I have people that is like setting me up. We're writing out the business plan. We're getting the grants together. Everything within due time, and you can't rush the process.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna tell you, with me, well, maybe you don't know. I'm a full-time graphic designer. That's what I
Say
do
it
for.
one more time. You sound far away again.
I'm sorry. I'm a full-time graphic designer.
Uh huh.
That's that's what I do for a living. And hold on, I know how we can remedy this. All right, is that better? Is that a better look? Can you hear me now?
If you could turn it up a little bit more.
A little bit more. What about that?
That is so good. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. I'm recording this. I hope it's not a bad recording. But anyway, I'm a graphic designer. That's what I do as a
Mm-hmm.
profession. And me getting into this field is sort of serendipitous, like you, in that I was sort of forced into it, right? But once I got forced into it and I understood I was good at it, then there was that period to where do I try to do it on my own or do I stay here and continue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna come a point in your mind, in your life, in yourself, you're gonna say, do I really want to stay here? It's gonna come a point. Trust me, it's gonna come a point to
Well, it
where
is at a point where I ask myself, do I want to stay here? I ask myself all the time, do I want to stay here? But for me, okay, so you asked me what was one of the challenges as a mother. As a single mother, we can't mess up. We cannot mess up because we have to hold down the home. So I have to make sure before I make that leap, before I go out there and say, okay, I'm going to do this, everything is going to still, I'm still going to be able to pay these bills. My kids are still going to be able to live comfortable. So I have to think about those things also.
All day, all day, all day, all day. Trust me. But what you're doing though, I like what you're doing in establishing a client base before you step out. That's very
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
like
got to make sure my people are there for me when I go out there. I got to make sure that some groomers, I have seen some groomers that's like, "Oh, I'm just going to step out there." And I have seen some groomers fail. And when you fail, it's kind of hard to get back up because you don't know if you're going to be able to go to another salon and say, "Hey, can I work for you?" Because there comes a dry season in the dog grooming industry where kids go back to school and people are like, okay, I'm not going to get my dog groomed. So those people, when they like, oh, I don't have a job now because I decided to step out and now it's dry season, it's just like you're not making no money. So you got to make sure you have those people there for you before you step out there.
okay. So how long have you been grooming?
Well, I started 2007. I started as a bather. I worked myself up as a bather. In 2010, I actually stepped out there. Well, actually, the lady that taught me, she was like, she just gonna throw me in there. So she just threw me into grooming. And then actually 2014, I actually was like, okay, I'm going to stop bathing these dogs and actually say, hey, I'm a groomer. And actually, the way I got into that, because everybody says, for me to be a big girl, I'm kind of scared of everything. But the way I became like, okay, I'm gonna stop bathing dogs. I'm just gonna groom. A lady that was a groomer, she used to watch me groom the dogs, and she said, Connie, why are you not working to your standard? Why are you taking less? You're in here bathing and drying these dogs for groomers when you groom better than half of these groomers in here. And I was like, I don't know. I'm nervous because you got to live off a commission. And after I had my youngest son, when I came back, they were like, you're a groomer. You're not a bather no more. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And then people just started. I never really put myself out there. People never really knew that I worked with dogs and that, I was like into dogs like that. And it was just a word of mouth kind of thing like, oh, you need to go check Connie out. And she watches your dog. So she'll watch your dog, let your dog spend the night, and she'll groom him for you. So that's just how I got to where I am with the dogs. Because I definitely, the one thing with me, I definitely love working with the dogs because even though I'm really good with people and I can hold a conversation with people, I am just not a people person. I am so much more into the dogs because the dogs are just even tone. They're just themselves. They're not going to switch up on you or anything. They're just who they are.
Right. Have you ever taken some time out throughout the have you ever taken some time out throughout your day and thought to yourself, like, I never imagined that I would be a dog groomer?
I do that all the time. All the time. Like I tell you, when these people come in with these dogs and they're just like, I'm such and such, and I'm like, you want me to groom your dog? And then like when I actually get the dog on my table, I'm just like, I was petrified of dogs. I cannot believe I'm the lady everyone calls to get their dogs like groomed. Like my dad, my aunts, my mother would tell you there's been a time when I was younger and a dog was chasing us and I left my sister. So I was petrified of dogs. And I just every time I get a dog that comes in and people are like, oh, groomers can't, groom my dog because he has to be tranquilized. And I'm like, well, let me just try it. And I go in there and I turn the music on. And I said, you're not even biting me. I can't believe it. Oh my God. So it's just every day I'm just amazed. I would never thought that I would have been the dog lady. A basketball player, maybe. Someone who I don't know, not a dog groomer. I never thought that when I was younger.
So tell me about, okay, so when you started out as a bather, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you were a bather and you were petrified of dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the first dog you ever bathed.
Oh man. You want to talk about the first dog or the first cat? Because I was more petrified of cats. That was just, after, okay, so the first dog I bathed, I was like, all right, the dog was good. It's the first bad dog I had to bathe. And it was
Okay,
a cocker. And
okay.
cockers are known to come at you like, you be like, oh my God. But I don't know. After I got bit, I stuck my hand in the crate to get the dog, and the dog bit me. I was like, oh no, we're not doing this. And I seen when if I talk to the dogs just like I talk to my kids, they back off. They're not, they're not going to kill you, so I don't know. I don't know. It was just that I had to get over that bite. It's that, oh man, because you look at YouTube, you look at the videos and stuff, you like, but once I got over how a dog actually, bites you and stuff like that and gnaws on you and stuff, it's just like, oh, okay, I could do this. I'm cool. He could chew on me a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt me. As long as it don't break no skin or anything. So I'm cool. But I have been mauled by a cat. Yeah, cat, whew, I was like, whoa, what's going on? The cat was inside my arms and just like hanging. And they were like, let go of the cat. And I was like, I'm not even holding on to this cat. And yeah, I had to get over that fear of, of that. So I guess dog grooming has also helped me get over some fears and stuff like that. It has made me a little bit more brave, Because if you can handle a dog, because I'm very popular with these Preza Canarios and Cane Corsos, these dogs that you'll see in the garages locked up and stuff. And most people be like, oh no. Once you get over, how their sounds actually, what they actually mean and stuff, you're fine.
What you mean? How the sounds actually mean? What you mean?
Cause I guess because I have kids. I mean, a lot of my clients say that too. They be like, "Oh, you're patient because you have children with these dogs," and I use that too because sometimes, if the dogs it's a different in their whine, just like children. When that kid needs a bottle, or that kid is just crying because he wants to be picked up, or he's crying because he doesn't want to be bothered and stuff, or something hurts. It's just like the kids. So I guess when them big dogs come in and they're kind of looking at you like this, not wanting you to touch you, it's because you don't know who I am and I don't know who you are. So I'm gonna just take the leash and you're just gonna hang out with me for a little bit until we get to know each other. And the dogs usually hang and do really good with me. I have some clients that I even pet sit for. People say, Connie, nobody else can come in my yard and touch my dog but you. And I was like, really? But he doesn't do anything. It was like, Connie, he will tear somebody up. I'm so surprised you could walk in this house. And I was like, oh, I guess because I just walk in the house and I throw the keys down and I say, come on, let's go eat. I'm not all in their faces and stuff. So I don't know. I guess that's why they call me the dog lady.
The dog lady whisperer. The dog lady whisperer.
I don't want to say all that. I'll receive it. I'll take it. The dog lady whisper. 10 years from now, that's what they'll be saying. I'll be like, somebody told me that and I received it and it worked for me.
Hey, well, I'm saying though, 10 years from now, if that's what they're saying, I want my money. Because that's what I named.
No, 10 years from now, you just need to be sitting back just like on the movies and being like, I told that young lady she was going to do something with herself. Just be like, look at it now, walking them celebrity dogs down the red road, the red carpet and stuff. That's all you should say. You should just don't even look for anything. Just be like, oh man, look at her doing her thing. I interviewed her 10 years ago.
I told that young lady she was gonna do something with her life. I told her that's what I was the one.
And look at her. She got the standard. Everybody calls it for a doodle or a standard poodle. They be like, Connie, where you at? I'm right here. I have your dog ready.
I know that's right, Miss Connie. So tell me though, honestly, why do you continue to stay in the dog grooming business?
Just because you know, I see a lot on TV where people say, you know, don't let opportunities, you know, don't just let opportunities fall and stuff like that. But I just, if it's something that I'm blessed to do, let's just see where it takes me. You know, I'm not going to force anything. Let's just see where it goes, what happened, what doors it opens up for me. And not only for me, for my children and stuff. Because who knows, my child might want to be a dog trainer. My daughter might want to be a dog groomer. My sons might want to open up dog salons and rent out booths to groomers, other groomers. So let's just see where it goes and stuff like that.
That's good. So that is your inspiration then, correct?
Mm-hmm. And plus, I want to be able, you know, you see Jay-Z and Beyonce and stuff do it all the time. I want to be able to give back also. I want to be able to help a young lady that was probably has the same story as me, is in the same situation as myself. So, you know, maybe I can open the door for someone else with dog grooming.
Well, the whole point of this show is it came about because I think that the major problem in our community is that we lack inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And inspiration comes from seeing, right? Like that's why you have so many of us that inspire to be rappers or basketball players or any type of athlete is because we see those people every day in school. We see them in the hood. We see a basketball player. We see a rapper. We see somebody who's telling jokes. So when we see those things as especially as adolescents and they're popular, then automatically we want to be just like them.
Correct.
Right? We want to be just like them. But then when you get to be an adult, the inspiration is lacking for an adult, right? Like it is for an adult. If you haven't developed your mind to be inspired to do something by the time that you're age 26, then most likely you're just gonna be a worker, right? For the rest of your life, you're just gonna be a worker because there's no inspiration out there for you. But when I look at people like you who are in fields that are not common within our ethnicity, I'm saying to myself, like, she could be an inspiration for a young lady or young man that want to go into the pet grooming or veterinary field. But if they don't see you, how would they ever be inspired to be that?
Right.
Right. If they've never seen a black pet groomer,
Mm-hmm.
why would they inspire to be a black pet groomer?
Right.
So my whole thing is like being a graphic designer, I've encountered a lot of people throughout the years. So my whole thing is I can go and get some A-list people who are quote unquote celebrities and do these interviews with. But that's not my focus. My focus is to be with people like me and you who are finding a way to make a way. Throughout everything, we're finding a way to do our purpose. So when you say that you want to help a young lady or you
Mm-hmm.
back, you are giving back, right? But just by being on the show, you never know. Some young lady or some young man say, you know what? If she was petrified of dogs and now she's a pet groomer, well, I like dogs. I might can be a pet groomer too.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't like dogs personally. I don't. I don't like them. I don't.
You can be is it that you don't like them, or you're not used to them, or you're not used to their company? Is that the thing?
I think that's it. I think I'm not used to them. I think that may be it. But I will say I did have a traumatic experience in my younger years when I was walking in a neighborhood and I was going to a neighbor's house and their dog attacked me. So it was traumatic.
You got to get over that. You don't know, you might find a dog that just every day you working on your graphics and stuff like that, you look over and that dog is your best friend. You talk to him every morning and stuff. You don't know.
Well, it's been two dogs in my life that I actually took a liking to. My mother had a lab. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it was a white lab. His name was Joshua. And I was scared of him. I was scared of him at first. When I first met him, I was scared of him. But I took a liking to him and he took a liking to me. And then my wife's daughter, my stepdaughter, had
Mm-hmm.
another um, uh, it was a small dog. I can't remember what it was, but his name was King. Didn't like him either, but I took a liking to him. So I think it's what you said. I just wasn't used to dogs.
Yeah.
I
And you
wasn't
gotta
used.
find every breed is not for every person. Every breed is not for every person. So you got to just, before I tell people to get dogs and stuff like that, I mean, you have to be a dog person. That's have to be something that you're going to have patience for, time for, is working with the dogs. And, if you're a person that travels a lot, are you going to be able to afford having somebody come like me and watch the dogs? Because it gets quite pricey, if you're out of town all the time and stuff like that. But also, when you get these dogs, there's so many breeds out there and there's so many different temperaments. All you have to do is basically do your research.
Mhm. So dogs and the different breeds
Mm-hmm.
are like humans with different personalities, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
because let me put it to how it is in my house with our dogs. So I have three children and I have three dogs. Only one of my children who I don't think he's going to be a dog person. He'll close the dog out and be like, Mom, the dog is in my room. So the three dogs that we have Mr. Chubbs. He is a Shih Tzu. He's more so like my daughter's dog. Like, even now she's like at the door looking and I'm like, if you don't go in that room, so I can finish, because she wants her dog back. So this is like her little foo-foo girly dog and stuff like that, and he's trying to get away to get to her. My oldest son, we have a pit bull, and a lot of people, when they come to my house, they're like, oh my God, you got this pit bull in the house with these kids. And I'm like, the pit bull out of all three of them is the best dog. I could probably run to the mailbox, and if somebody comes to that door, my pit bull is on it. She's like, oh, you're not coming around these kids. Like, she'll circle around them and everything. She's very protective. But that's more so my son's dog, and their personalities fix. Bonnie is my standard poodle. She's like my canvas. She's my dog that I can work on, that I can play with, and she's like my doll baby. It just so happened Bonnie is like overexcited and she will not sit here just still. She will be all over the place, but Bonnie is my baby.
Okay. Okay. So I think I need a dog with a Washington D.C. temperament.
Say it again.
I said I think I need a dog with a Washington D.C. temperament. What dog would you recommend for me?
What part of Washington D.C. you talking about? You got several areas of Washington D.C.
I lived in Northeast and Southeast.
Okay, so uh You need a dog that's gonna be able to do like the boogaloo, like gonna be like chill, somewhat chill, but kind of like, okay, don't play with me. Yeah, you know what you
That's
need? You need a Roddy. You can so see it, can't you? A Roddy is such a Washington D.C. type dog.
my mother had a friend. His name was Rhino, and he had, I want to say it was a Roddy, or it could have been a Doberman, right? I can't remember. But I actually think it was a Roddy because when we took the dog out to walk, like to walk him, the dog was basically walking us, right? It was pulling us. We wasn't. So I think it was a Rottweiler, but those dogs, they just look, they look scary to me. They look,
But they're not really scary. Oh my God. I am so, see, that's the thing. And when you act like you're scared, just like, okay. So even with the dogs, I had to get over a lot of fear. Like I had to get over a whole lot of things. But like with dogs, it's just like with people. If they can sense that you're scared, like you're gonna back down, then they're gonna toughen up and act more, aggressive. But if a dog look at you and they know, I'm not gonna play with you. You're not about to jump all over me like you do your owner. Sit down. And people don't, like, dogs understand. They're not stupid. And Roddy's, the reason why I like them is because it's just like my personality. Like I said, people always look at me and try and say, oh, you're this girl from Philadelphia, you're kind of tough, and I'm not that person. I'm really, really loving, and I'm really goofy, but just like a Rottweiler, I'll put you in your place. So, yeah. I guess that's why I like Roddy so much. But Roddy would be a good DC dog.
but I think Rottweiler's got a bad name from the movie,
And it's because of owners. I think these people, a lot of people, what makes me sometimes mad is people get the dogs so it can look like, like rappers and stuff. Or I gotta have the gold, the pit bull that's aggressive, but you can't even control your dog. You're paying all this money for a dog that's gonna have to be put down because you can't control it. And it's the people that's not, educating themselves before they get these dogs, and they're tearing people up. Sometimes it makes me so mad. Like, and a lot of my clients know, if you really do not care about your dog, I really, really would prefer you to go to someone else, because I'm really going to let it be known that what you're doing is not right.
nice.
So I'm like the dog advocate also.
Okay. So you need to also get a job for Peter.
No, I don't want to get a job for Peter because they're just too much for me. A person wears like a fur jacket that's fake fur. They're like, oh my God, you're killing animals. You're advertising to kill animals. No, I don't want to work for Peter. That's why I want to be Connie Purple Paws. I'm one of a kind out here, dog grooming.
Hey, you know what bugs me out about Peter though is that, and I kind of understand the logic, but they get mad at you for wearing fur, right? Like they have an issue with you wearing fur, but they don't have an issue with you wearing leather.
Yeah. I never thought about that. I
Right.
never sat down and really thought about that part of it.
Like they and this is the thing though. What is more diabolical to me is that cows, a cow's only function in the universe is for milk, meat, and clothing.
Well, that's not true. That's not the only function for the cows, because if we didn't have the cows, how would, the grass wouldn't stay leveled? A lot of farmers do. A lot of farmers use the cows to keep their grasses maintained.
But they use the cow to keep their grasses maintained so they wouldn't have to feed the cow to get the milk so they can kill the
But
cow
they
to get
still
the
give
meat.
the cows hay.
The hay is the grass. I'm telling you, like being a cow, it got to be the most like traumatic life experience ever.
Yeah, because you're only bred for food.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, but it's okay. They understand in their own little way. That's why I couldn't work for Peter. They'll be like, Connie, they're killing the cows. I'd be like, oh, but how do people going to eat? How we going to eat? We supposed to eat? I don't like that tofu stuff. I would never be a vegan. I'm sorry.
Listen, me either. Me either. No. But what I'm saying about Peter is just the dichotomy that they get mad at you for killing basically a rodent for fur. It's a rodent. But they don't have the same type of sympathy or empathy for a cow when you're making leather. It doesn't make any sense to me.
You're going too deep with it.
Right. Well, I'm just saying. So it doesn't make any sense, right? Right. So it's just.
I'm one of them people. I'm one of them people. That's like snake skin and alligator and stuff like that. I'm all, I'm like, go ahead for it. The snake skin, go for it. If you want to wear snake skin, go for it, because I hate snakes.
I hate snakes.
That's so awful, but see.
And I hate beavers. I don't like beavers. I don't like beavers.
Really?
So, nah, I mean, if you want to make a fur out of a beaver, go ahead and make a fur. Right?
Yeah, but we need the beavers to hold up the dams and stuff.
Okay, we don't need foxes. We don't need the snakes. Snakes got a purpose too.
Well, snakes, yeah, they do have a purpose, but yeah, you get it though. But if I could see less snakes, I would be okay.
I'm the same.
Just know I couldn't be Peter, because I wouldn't be going around worrying about what the next person has on and stuff like that. I'm just here for the dogs, and I'm just not going to stand for my clients to like mishandle their dogs. I'm going to stand up and say something if something's not right.
Well, I honestly believe if you are in a profession and you care about the integrity of that profession, whenever you see something that's violating that integrity, you're supposed to say something. Right? I don't care what profession you're in. You can be a garbage collector, right? Like if you see someone violating the integrity of garbage collecting, then you need to say something. And you're absolutely right. Like if you're gonna be in the field of pet grooming, you need to care about the pets.
Right.
Like you need to care about them. If you don't care about them, if they just a paycheck for you, then anything that's just a paycheck for you, you shouldn't be doing it as work.
Right. And with dog grooming, I do not look at dog grooming as just being just a paycheck. For me, working with the dogs is basically me just like really actually loving what I do.
And that's what it's about, Seconda. So look, can you believe we've already been online for an hour?
This was really a lot easier than I think. You should have saw how nervous I was before doing this.
But what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you it's going to be relaxed and it's going to be fun. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm here as a hub to let people know about people like you who are available, who provide a good service and with confidence and integrity. And you out here, you're a single mother, you're finding a way to make a way living within your purpose. And that's what the BRI is all about, man.
Oh, I love it. That's so awesome.
And I thank you for agreeing to come on. I know, because I remember when I initially hit you up, you were like, yo, forgive me, but so many people be hitting me in my inbox.
Yeah, because you never know. Today in times, people just be doing crazy stuff, and like I said, I'm a girl from Philadelphia, so I'm very like iffy with people. I'm like, I gotta have a discernment first. I gotta use my discernment on how I feel about your spirit. So, you gave me good vibes. You came with a plan. You didn't just come at me saying you're gonna do this, that, and the third. So you came at me with a plan. So I was like, okay, let me hear him out.
Okay, I thank you. I thank you for hearing me out. And this was a great interview. I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
Loved it. I really did. But you're not done yet.
Okay.
You're not done yet. Just like in the beginning of the show, we have custom. At the end of the show, we have custom as well. And I need to ask you two questions.
Okay.
The first question is simple. Well, not simple, but it's a straightforward question. The second question is a actually three-part question. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, the first question is, what are you doing to push the culture forward?
Say it one more time. What am I doing to push
the culture? Culture, like culture. Culture.
Oh, the culture forward. What am I doing to push the culture forward? I don't know how to answer that. I don't know. Let's just put it like this. You know what? I don't. If I inspire somebody else to do something awesome, that's me inspiring my culture. That's me pushing the culture forward. If I just by me living every day, not going out here, just making sure I'm showing another single mother that hey, you can actually do this. This is something that you can do also. If you need help, I'm here for you. That's me pushing the culture forward.
That's what I'm talking about. So now, this next question, as I told you, is three parts with three answers.
Mm-hmm.
I need for you to name me three famous black people, but they can't be athletes or entertainers.
Get out of here. Three famous black people. Um, um, I don't know, cause somebody I would name, y'all would be like, oh, how is that person like famous?
Listen, the word famous is relative. It may not be famous to me as long as they're famous to you.
I guess, do you know an artist or somebody that's not an artist or an entertainer that's famous?
Do not be asking your kids for help either. I see you over there looking. Do not.
No, my kids are sitting in there. No, I would never do that. My kids, I'm trying to, they, no, I'm gonna be honest with you. People ask me all the time, about names and stuff. I can't really give you names because I don't get all wrapped up in names and stuff. So I really don't know. I don't really know celebrity names and stuff. I'm just gonna be honest. Like even
Okay,
now
but
with the rap songs and stuff.
okay, exactly. But I'm telling you, they can't be celebrities. They can't be entertainers. They have to be academia or someone that discovers some anybody black famous that you know. Anyone.
Who's famous? I know. I don't know nobody famous. Who famous? Who would you call famous?
You don't have to know them personally either. Like anyone famous. Anyone.
I don't know. I don't check for anybody. That's
Yeah,
just crazy, right?
you know a lot of people. You're just not thinking. I'm gonna give you one, but you can't use him. Martin Luther King.
Oh, okay. You talking about people like that? Okay. So you got Martin Luther King Jr. You got
You can't
Rose.
use him. You can't use him. I gave you him. You can't use him.
You got Rosa Parks. Who else?
Okay.
Who done? You got Oprah.
No, that's an entertainer.
Oh,
Nope.
she's an entertainer. Even though she's retired though.
It don't matter. It don't
You
matter.
got her girlfriend Gail. Oh, she's an entertainer. Who's some? You know what? I really don't check for people. I can't even think of anybody right now. Oh, you got Madam C.J. Walker. Boom, I like her story. Josephine Baker, I like her story.
You good? You good? You
I'm good because now I'm naming. It's like you. It's not like you said name Black History Month, right?
Right. The reason why I'm trying to cut you off because a lot of people, once they realize what I'm asking them, they just start naming names.
Yeah,
I get it. I don't want to give the future guests any more names, right? Like I don't want to give them any more names. So you said Rosa Parks, Madam C.J. Walker,
right,
and Josephine Baker.
Right.
Oh, okay. Rosa Parks, Montgomery Bus Board Count, C.J. Walker, first Black millionaire in America, Josephine Baker. What did Josephine Baker do?
Josephine Baker was a great dancer.
So
and she traveled with it.
So she was an entertainer. Oh
my God. But she was, that's true. That's true. But that's nobody really. Oh, man. Darn.
You need one more. One more. You need one
more. Sister Soldier.
I like that.
She's a writer.
She's an author. That's right. That's right. I give you that. Now, the point of that last exercise was to show all of us how they don't teach us about us. Had I told you to name me 3 famous white people that are not athletes and entertainers, all you got to do is name 3 presidents.
Oh, that's true. Oh, you know what? I was just sitting here like this again, like, wow, let me think again. Here we go again.
But you understand what I'm saying? So it's important that we know that we're not being taught, or our kids are not being taught that we're great as well, right? So as parents, you know, like with me, with my sons and daughters, my daughter is 11, my oldest. With her, every 2 weeks, I just try to throw out a name to her, right? Just throw out a name, you know, that I think that she might be interested in. I'm not telling her to learn about the person. I'm just throwing out the name. You ever heard about Madam C.J. Walker? Yeah, she was first Black millionaire. And hopefully, if she's interested, she would go and do the research herself, right? But I'm just throwing out the name, just throwing out there, you know, just letting it, because it wasn't thrown out to me, right? I didn't know. I watched Dukes of Hazzard growing up with the rebel flag right on the car, right? Like I didn't know no better. So now that you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm muted. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I don't want y'all to hear everything in the background because everybody's trying to get my attention.
This is a show, and it's a real show, right? Meaning that, you know, I didn't. If you notice, I didn't call you and say, "Well, here are the questions I'm gonna ask you. This is no. It's a real show. Oh, somebody crying, somebody mad. You're muted again, but that's okay. Okay. Single motherhood, that's what it's about. So look, thank you. I want to thank you for coming on the show. When I do get my dog, just know that you will be my go-to groomer.
I hope so. I hope it's a
You
big dog too.
don't get me a little dog. A little dog, like a little dog.
I can see you with a Frenchie or a little pug.
Right, right. I can do that. A little dog. Because if he see a little dog, if he bite me, a little dog, if he bite me, I can just slap the little dog.
Nah, little dogs when they bite, they hold on. Big dogs usually when they bite you, they let go. They usually go crack and let go. Little dogs usually pinch and hold on to you. That's why I hurt worse.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I need a big dog then.
Yeah. Big dogs, I haven't been bit by many big dogs that really, really kill me. Little dogs, you usually like, look at my finger.
Well, Kinda. It's been very enjoyable. Listen, man, you have gotten me interested. I'm gonna YouTube some pet grooming and some dogs because of you, because you have gotten because I can't see how any one of us would be interested in grooming people, right? But you opened my eyes, and I hope you opened some other eyes and inspired other people. But I want to thank you for coming on the show. I'm honored that you agreed, and man, whatever you endeavor to do, I'm not gonna wish you luck because it has nothing to do with luck. What I'm gonna tell you to do, whatever you endeavor to do, you're gonna do it. You just gotta endeavor to do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Right.
Everyone, BRI, just give another round of applause for Miss Seconda Ford of Connie's Purple Falls.
Thank you.
Thank you again. And look, hold on till I log out because I want to ask you something. But I'm gonna take you off screen for a minute, and then I'm gonna come, log out, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk to you. Okay? I'm about to.
Okay.
Okay. All right, everyone, Seconda Ford. So, pet grooming or pets have never been a thing for me. I've never really been interested in a lot of pets, but she's piqued my interest. Not saying that I'm gonna go out here and buy a dog tomorrow, but she's piqued my interest about dogs. My mother, I know she was watching. She loves dogs. But nevertheless, that was Mr. Seconda Ford of Connie's Purple Paws, and I am Denoris Wilson, the Negus of the BRI, and I have a special announcement that I'm going to be announcing next week. So everyone, please pay attention. I don't want to give it away. It's really big. I want you to pay attention. I want everyone to log in, tell a friend to tell a friend to log in to the BRI next Monday at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to have a special announcement. But thank everyone for joining in to the BRI tonight. And remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. And with that, I leave you. Peace.
me real slowly. Put a bit on me. I'm just like a baby drooling over you. The things you do.